Hi, welcome back to BuddhaTalk. If you want to know what Buddhism is all about and want a quick peek, follow my channel to explore a modern perspective of the Buddha's teachings, also named the Dhamma. In the last episode, we discussed why we tend to be unhappy, the cause of all our unhappiness, and our feeling of insecurity is our blind emotions. These emotions stem from the concepts that we have been conditioned and immersed in since birth, and that is, there is a me, myself, and I that needs to be protected or gratified both physically and mentally. This concept is what makes us self-centered. That is why we express our emotions as I am angry. If I get this, I will be happy. I'm bored. I'm so stressed. I'm hurt. I'm sad. I'm so excited. I love you. I'm so jealous, and so on. Furthermore, these emotions originate from us quite unconsciously. When we get angry, we get angry. We do not think, now is the time for me to get angry. When we are sad, we get sad. We do not think, now I will get sad or I will get sad tomorrow. Therefore, if we live our lives where our blind and selfish emotions dominate our thoughts and actions, our self-centeredness will create disharmony and conflict with the world we live in. When we are disturbed, our resulting actions tend to harm and cause disharmony with others and ourselves, such as directly hurting or killing others, stealing or robbing, sexual misconduct that hurts others, dishonesty, hurting others with your words, hurting yourself by being intoxicated with alcohol or drugs. These self-centered, emotionally induced actions are termed as karma in the Buddhist text, just as Newton's third law of physics, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. For every karmic action, we will create a condition for an equal and opposite reaction called vipaka. The examples of vipaka reactions can be mental torture due to guilt, direct reaction due to the emotional response from the victims such as self-defense or revenge, actions from authorities of the law, health problems or accidents due to intoxication. These hurtful vipaka reactions may not be immediately realized, but that feeling of insecurity about when it will come is still mental torture. Even the very thought that I will die someday is already painful. When we contemplate, understand, and realize the cause of the problem, we will know by simple reason that to solve it, we need to stop our self-centered emotional dominance in our thoughts. These self-centered emotions include lust, hate, and the delusional concept created by this emotion that there is an I and that I exist in this world. Although we may realize the cause of the problem and its solution, we cannot easily solve the problem due to our mental habits that have conditioned us since birth. These mental habits have made us live in a somewhat dazed state due to our daily routine. It is like we are living on autopilot with our self-centered emotions in the driver's seat. Think about this. When you were having your breakfast this morning, were you consciously aware of what your emotional state was as you were eating? How often in a day were you consciously aware of your emotional state? I'm quite sure most of us lived our daily lives without even being aware of this. That's why when a condition challenges our routine, our self-centered emotions, being blind, tend to jump in and react to the situation. and this tends to cause the regrettable consequences of our actions. Every moment of our lives, we are living in a dream state, not aware of our emotional state and deluded by the concept of I and the sense that I exist in this world. That's why we need to awaken from this dream of existence, not by mere belief, but by personal experience and practice. To achieve this, we need to undergo a gradual process of psychological evolution to a perfect state where our mind is completely pure and never disturbed by our self centered emotions, no matter what the circumstances may be. Some Buddhists believe that the goal of practicing the Dhamma is for a good rebirth or a good afterlife. On the contrary, the real goal of practicing the teaching of the Buddha is actually to live through every moment of growing old, sickness, and death in this very life with ultimate wisdom and purity of mind that is free from unhappiness and suffering. At this state, we will also have the wisdom to realize with absolute surety that our existence is only a mere concept conceived by our mind and truly dropping it. This unshakable state of mind is what the Buddha called Nibbana, the main objective of the Buddha's teaching. And this is the third reality. In the next episode, we will discuss the steps to eliminate unhappiness or suffering and move towards a psychological evolution as taught by the Buddha. Before we end, I'd like to leave you with a Buddha's quote. This is a quote from the first verse of a Buddhist sutta called the Dhammapada. How we think is the forerunner of all state. This verse means that our emotional state can be controlled by how we think in any situation. If we have good thoughts, our emotional reactions will be good. If we have bad thoughts, our emotional reactions will naturally be bad. Well, thank you for watching Buddha Talk. As promised, I'll try to keep these videos short. If you find my video interesting, do hit the like and subscribe button, and if you have any comments, questions, or any subject you wish to discuss, leave me a comment below. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.